Welcome to today's explainer. Look, if you have an ADHD brain, you absolutely know the cycle I'm talking about. You buy a shiny new planner, you use it flawlessly for, maybe 3 days, then you miss a day and suddenly you feel so overwhelmingly guilty that you just abandon the whole thing entirely. It's so frustrating. But the truth is, traditional planning systems are usually built on these super rigid structures that frankly feel like a trap for a neurodivergent mind. So today, we're exploring a radically different approach. We are going to dive into a neurodivergent-friendly reflection system that completely ditches that traditional guilt-inducing planning in favor of a really flexible monthly reset.
To really wrap our heads around this system, we're going to deconstruct the Focus Flourish planner, which was designed specifically for teens with ADHD. Just getting a feel for its overall mission, you can tell it's really about building routines, tracking moods, and honestly, just growing in your own unique way. We are going to break down exactly how its monthly check-in pages facilitate a totally guilt-free reset.
I just love this quote right from the planner's opening pages. This planner is built for ADHD brains, not against them. Because, ADHD isn't a flaw. It's just a different wiring of attention, energy, and motivation. Sure, your brain might struggle with starting a boring task or sitting still, but it also comes with some literal superpowers, like hyper-focusing on what fascinates you and making these incredible creative leaps. This system is explicitly designed to work with that natural dopamine-driven wiring rather than forcing you into some rigid hourly schedule that is just constantly fighting your natural rhythm.
Okay, let's take a quick look at our roadmap for today. We're going to cover 1. The ADHD Monthly Reset. 2. Reflecting wins and challenges. 3. Evaluating your daily routines. 4. Acknowledging your support system. And finally, 5. Setting intentions for tomorrow.
Let's jump right into Section 1, the ADHD Monthly Reset. A low-pressure reset button, not a report card.
I want you to think of this monthly check-in page not as a test where you pass or fail, but really as a safe space to just pause and course correct. Before you even start reflecting, you've got to internalize this philosophy. The planner actually tells you it's okay to skip days. Missing days isn't failure. Just open the planner again when you remember. And wow, that is profound for an ADHD brain. There are absolutely no rules here, just suggestions. If you only filled out one single page this month, hey, that counts. The monthly reset isn't a place to tally up all the days you forgot to track your habits. It's an invitation to just start again, right where you are with zero baggage.
Moving on to Section 2, reflecting wins and challenges, fueling dopamine and building resilience.
So the first 2 prompts on the check-in page focus on the past month, and the balance here is just brilliant. You're asked, what's something I did well this month? Right alongside, what was hard? How did I get through it? Notice how it doesn't just ask what went wrong, it specifically asks how you survived it. Acknowledging your wins gives you that essential hit of motivation, right? While noting how you successfully navigated the hard stuff actively builds your resilience. You are literally proving to yourself that you have the capacity to handle difficult things.
Let's actually talk about why that first question about your wins is so incredibly critical. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter that ADHD brains literally need in order to stay motivated and keep going. Celebrating a win isn't just about feeling warm and fuzzy. It's a structural, neurological requirement for an ADHD brain to function effectively. Small wins fuel the bigger ones. So by deliberately forcing yourself to identify something you did well, no matter how tiny it might seem, you are actively feeding your brain the exact dopamine it requires to tackle the month ahead.
All right, Section 3, evaluating your daily routines. Notice what works and abandon the rest.
Now we transition into the present tense, evaluating your daily routines with absolutely zero judgment. Notice how this prompt frames things. What's a routine that's actually working? It forces you to look at where you're already organically succeeding. ADHD brains have this tendency to hyperfixate on what's broken, right? But by stopping to recognize a routine that is successfully keeping you afloat, maybe it's drinking water in the morning, or using a brain dump page to clear a noisy head, you anchor yourself in your own competence.
Next up, you get to curate those habits. The check-in asks you to pinpoint a routine you want to drop or change entirely. You might decide to keep the routines that play nicely with your brain, like getting a morning dopamine boost through a quick reward, or using those brain dump pages before you even attempt to plan. On the flip side, you might choose to drop the things that are constantly derailing you. Think rigid hourly schedules or exhaustively trying to track every single tiny habit.
You have full 100% permission to abandon any system that fights your natural wiring. The planner lays it out perfectly. Notice what works. If a page genuinely helps, mark it with a tab. If a page feels useless, ignore it. You decide. You are the ultimate authority on your own brain. If a routine is making you feel stuck or overwhelmed, use this monthly reset to officially give yourself permission to just drop it.
Which brings us to Section 4, acknowledging your support system. You're not meant to figure this out alone.
Seriously, you're not meant to figure all of this out by yourself, and the monthly reset makes sure you remember that fact. The next prompt asks, who or what made me feel supported? Recognizing your external safety net is absolutely vital for managing ADHD. When you're feeling scattered or burnt out, it is so easy to just isolate yourself. This question acts as a gentle nudge to look around and actually acknowledge the people or even the tools that helped you hold it all together over the last 30 days.
And support comes in so many diverse forms. It could be a trusted adult, a close friend, a therapist, but honestly, it can also be a tool. The planner actually features dedicated pages like a people in my corner list for your contacts and a coping toolkit for those moments of deep overwhelm. That toolkit has strategies like box breathing, splashing cold water on your face, or the 5-4-3-2-1 grounding technique. Reflecting on which of these supports actually worked for you last month, make sure you know exactly where to turn when things inevitably get tough next month.
Finally, Section 5, setting intentions for tomorrow, framing the future through needs.
So now we pivot from reflecting on the past to preparing for the future. And notice how this system builds a plan based on your personal needs rather than setting up rigid, breakable goals. The final two prompts are just brilliantly simple. Step 1, identify what you need more of next month. Step 2, identify what you need less of next month. By framing your future around your actual needs instead of a strict list of tasks, you're accommodating those natural, unpredictable waves of ADHD energy.
But to figure out what you need more or less of, you actually have to know how you are currently feeling. The planner includes a feelings wheel because, as they say, when you can name it, you can work with it. It literally gives you more words for what you feel. Are you feeling energized, amped, curious? Well, then maybe you need more creative challenges next month. Or are you feeling scattered, drained, maybe burnt out? Then you probably need less screen time and a lot more brain dump pages to clear that mental noise.
The entire ethos of this ADHD monthly reset can really be summed up by this beautiful, reassuring send-off message from the planner itself. Progress, not perfection. Keep going. Every page you filled in, every page you skipped, every reset, every restart, all of it counts. The goal here isn't to perfectly execute a flawless month. The goal is just to keep learning about how your unique brain operates and simply adjusting as you go.
We've explored how reflecting on your wins fuels that crucial dopamine, how auditing your routines drops the guilt, and how focusing on your needs frames a much better future. So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with this thought to instantly activate your own self-reflection today. Take a real look at your daily life. What is one routine you need to drop right now? Think about it, drop the guilt, and give yourself the permission to reset. Thanks so much for joining me.